Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I am introducing you to something a little bit different to what we're used to. I have jumped back onto the PSVR 2 and I've got to say I've been really enjoying my time. So the game that we're currently looking at is No Man's Sky, which is on sale at $15.99 and it's an absolute bargain. If you're unfamiliar with it, then it is essentially a wide open galaxy with procedurally generated worlds, so you're free to do pretty much whatever you would like to do. So I started out over there on that planet and built myself a base, and then I got in my wonderful spaceship here and travelled to the next one, and this is what I would like you to introduce you to. So I think the crafting element of it, I've not seen too many videos to do that, so I would like to introduce you to my space nightclub, essentially, built from the ground up. If you'd like to come and visit it, and that is the name of the planet. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. All I ask is that you leave a comment or a thumbs up if you do manage to find this in game. It'd be wonderful to see those numbers ticking up if you're able. In terms of the game, as you can see, it is graphically stunning, so I can't really describe what it looks like inside the headset. In terms of the centre scale, PSVR 2, I mean, the graphics are incredible. So I always had the Quest 3 before this, Quest 2 before that, and just before that the PSVR 1. Now the Quests are excellent for portability, but you just don't get anything like the scope of this on that, because it's essentially a standalone device. It's almost like a headset chip, whereas I mean this, literally the PSVR 2, it seems to be limitless to what you can build. So the nearest thing I could find to this on Quest 3 was Surviving Mars, where I spent quite a number of hours base building, where it was just essentially blocks that you could populate with a couple of different things. This has got a myriad of different options. So if I just quickly go into the build menu, you've got, because I'm on the creative mode, pretty much everything's unlocked and you don't have to go and resource gather. So we've got all these different, what would we call them, vehicles to go and explore the landscape. So you can explore the planet itself. You can of course jump into your spaceship over there and just cruise around looking for a nice spot. So we've essentially got a couple of different things. We've got the machines there. We've then got these prefabricated kind of build elements. So you got everything from kind of viewing spheres. So if I just press on that, you can see hopefully just how easy it is to add it onto the building. I'm not going to spend too much time going through, but you can see all the different crafting elements are here just to drop onto the bases. So let's go ahead and tour my wonderful nightclub, if I do say so myself. So all of this has been built from scratch. We got a nice little entranceway here, and then straight down this way we have a little sleeping area, and all these are kind of things that we've dropped in. We've got an outside seating area here, a nice little lamp that switches on automatically. We've got some awnings, and in the background we've got all this kind of lovely day-night cycle. The planets really are well inhabited with lots and lots of different things. I actually then built a bar over this side, as you can see, a bit kind of Star Wars-esque in the cantina. And you can see now that we're going through that day-night cycle, we've got creatures flying around, we've got this lovely landscape in the background, and you'll see a little bit further over that way. We then made ourselves, believe it or not, in-game is a byte beat device where you can go in, and you can actually create your own rhythms. It's pretty simplistic. There's not an awful lot you can do with it. Some of the kind of synthesizer bits are a bit annoying, but I just put a kind of beat in the background just to have a bit of atmosphere. We then got the dance floor area with a nice light up floor, some seating, some nice graphics on the wall, and all these lights again you can just drop in. You got a bit of a chill out area over here, a nice bit of greenery and a light table, bit of seating. I then made some more seating over here, so I might still add to this. It's not fully yet complete, but you can see in the background there that I've built it right near a cavern, so even the reflections in the glass you can see are a bit distorted. They've really put a lot of attention to detail. You've got a glass floor here that's kind of a bit scuffed and whatnot, and then we can go out onto our back area again with seating, and you can see this cave system. So that sounds like some kind of ship has just come into orbit. So you can see again creatures flying around there. So because we're on creative, they're all nice and friendly, so we don't have to worry about attacking them. Also the weather as well, because lots of the different planets have different types of atmospheres. So we've got our outside seating area here, again with a nice few tables and whatnot. And then finally the VIP area. Every good nightclub should have one. Sorry, I didn't show you the outside area. Oh look, so there's a bigger spaceship going across. So I've barely scratched the surface of this game because I've just got a little bit sidetracked building these kind of things, which I've got to say is really enjoyable. So I've spent 4 hours just doing 2 bases on the nearest 2 planets that I can find. There's just endless amounts of different planets, so I'd like to be able to find one that's got like a bit of a beach theme. You can see like herds of animals over there. You've got dust kind of effects, and yeah, you got to jump into a headset to check this out for yourself. And then finally, let's head over to the VIP area. And this is upstairs, and we've built it so that it looks out across this wonderful canyon with the little river down there. And we've done this in a more kind of Moroccan type style, so you can see again that cavern over there. You could just literally spend hours just wandering around one planet, and there's so many different ones to explore. I've not gone too far afield because honestly I've not even done the tutorial yet. So there's a couple of different elements to the game. You can set the difficulty yourself to the different kind of things that you want to experience. So there'll be survival aspects, there'll be resource gathering, there's shipbuilding, which I'm really eager to get into. So as well as this kind of ship that you get for free with the creative, I believe that you can also create basically like freighters that you can live on. So you can kind of float around the galaxy, having a nice base and find interesting planets. So the mapping system in there I'm not familiar with yet, but hopefully by setting these little save points up, where is it? I set one up somewhere. I'll probably set it up. So that's the base builder, so you can kind of claim an area on a planet. And because there's so many, it's likely that there's just nobody else that's ever been here. And you can just see how it constantly changes. So I'm going to build a bit of a landing pad over here. But you can see what I did is I flew around the planet to try and find a nice picturesque area where I could build my wonderful nightclub. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into something different that you can do in No Man's Sky. There's lots and lots of introductory guides. I mean, just look at this. It's beautiful. As you can see a bit of the sense of scale here. Head up here. So that would normally be quite damaging. That's like a storm. And the scale of it, it's so huge that when you come in towards the planet, from the top of it, it looks like it's barely inhabited. But yeah, once you get up close, the textures, you got the PSVR 2. I did try and play this on PSVR 1 because it's when the game came out. And whilst it was kind of epic in scale, I got to say the kind of graphics, the screen door effect, made it. I don't often get VR sickness, but it made it almost unplayable. Whereas this is just absolutely stunning. So I picked PS5 VR 2 up for Christmas. I'd kind of wondered at first what it would add to VR that I didn't have in the Quest 3. I did have a PS5 already, and I was thinking, it's quite a big investment if it doesn't give much more. Lots of the comments say that it's not very well supported. There's not an awful lot of games. Games on the Quest tend to be shorter experiences, and even the top tier ones like Batman and things like that, just a fantastic game, and I've played it so I can comment on it, but you just don't get anything of this type of scale. And then along with that, you've got Gran Turismo, which I've been massively enjoying going through that in VR and with a racing rig. And I could add Hitman to that. And also Resident Evil Village, which was dropped for free on the subscription service. So they're in, I think they're probably not much more than 20 quid per game. So for the same price as a kind of more bog standard Quest 3 game, you could get this, and yeah, it's just amazing. So I do hope that you've enjoyed a look around my my little space nightclub here. I'm going to go off and find other planets and see what else I can build, because as I say, my first base was over there on that planet. That was a kind of more basic one, so they've got more and more elaborate. And the great thing is that I can set markers, so I can just endlessly go around and make places to visit. I'll stick to this solar system for now, and then we'll go further afield. Thank you very much for watching.